And here we go. We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be normal.
Our CPA chamber pressure looks good.
Doubling up. Roger, roll, planet.
Water towers fly! Yes!
Tango down to nominal.
Flight downside FD off. FD off. Off. It's orange!
145! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Decollage.
Look at this!
Put that in the big bag,
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
If the methane would be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You read? Sure. We don't need any more of these.
Good evening and welcome to another NSF live stream. You are looking at B1060 on Slick 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, and you guessed it, that means we're launching another Starlink. Woo! Go internet, satellites, go. I'm Jack Beyer with NSF. I'll be your host for this evening. I see the 5x5s in chat. Thank you for everyone that always does that. Throw in the 5x5 in there so that we know that you are hearing us well. But, of course, it's not just going to be me chatting tonight. We are also joined by our ever-competent cohort of co-hosts, including, well, starting with Mr. Adrian Bile. Adrian, what's up?
I was never introduced as a competent person so far. That's new. Thank you so much, Jack, for that. And yeah, good morning, everybody. And yes, I since I'm in Europe, I have the perk of saying good morning instead of good evening. So let's launch these internet satellites.
Subtle European flex. Yeah, let's indeed launch these satellites, and we'll talk more about this exact payload and mission here in a moment. But first, I also want to introduce Miss Julia Bergeron. Julia, you're out there tonight, are you not?
I am out here in Titusville tonight, Jack, and good evening, everyone. Good evening to the West Coast, and I guess a very early morning to those of us on the East Coast, because many are actually asleep right now.
Indeed, it is what, midnight local or midnight 30, somewhere in there? No, midnight local.
I think we started the stream roughly at midnight, so it is officially morning here.
Excellent. And also joining us on tonight's stream, rolling out and setting up the camera and whatnot, Max Evans. Thank you, Max, for rolling out for us tonight.
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad to have everyone here for SpaceX's second Sweet 16 this week.
Woohoo! Yeah, this will be the second booster to fly for a 16th time. And not confusingly at all, the mission is Starlink 515, but don't worry about that. Just keep the numbers straight. But speaking of keeping numbers straight, Adrian, I almost forgot. In the background, we have Mr. Kevin Michael Reed running the stream. So thank you, Kevin, for doing that. Adrian, you want to give us a little bit of an overview here of what we are expecting tonight? What are we launching? What are these Starlink V2s, minis? What do we got? Are they Starlink V8 macros? Tell us more.
V8 macros. That's a new one. I take that. No, it's the V1.5 Pro Max. No, it's the final launch of the Starlink V1.5s. This will be the last one they're launching. After this, they will completely change to the new V2 minis. So say you got a goodbye if you're a fan of the V1.5. I'm not sure if that exists, but that might be the case. The mission will see 54 Starlinks launching to a 299 by 339 kilometer orbit before they will start raising their orbits a bit more to their final orbit of about 530 kilometers. And yeah, this is in the fifth group will be about 700 satellites now up. 400 satellites up, and with that, they will then phase out the V1.5. And yeah, completely change to their new generation. So to say goodbye, and it's a small goodbye, but it's a goodbye. But I think the main star of this is the booster for sure, because that's way more interesting. I would say, in comparison to just another batch of Starlink satellites. So, Julia, what's about this booster?
Wow, what's about this booster? Well, as we know, this is as Max said, the second Sweet 16. This booster's history actually started only 1 month after 1058 with the launch of GPS 3 in June of 2020. Fun fact, both of these boosters actually are unique to the Space Coast. They have landed on all 3 drone ships. So, of course, I Still Love You, as we know, is now on the West Coast. But these boosters have been around long enough that they each had landed at least once on, of course, I Still Love You. And they've also landed on LZ1. So, this booster in particular has launched 10 Starlink missions prior to tonight: Transporter 2, Transporter 6, Turkisat 5A, Galaxy 33, and 34. We will be aiming for a landing on A Shortfall of Gravitas, which is approximately 640 kilometers to the southeast of us tonight. And if you are in Freetown or Nassau, you know, our port is a very big cruise port. So if you by chance cruised out and are near Freetown or Nassau, you might even get a glimpse of that there landing burn.
Good deal. All right, well, we got a slew of information there. Thank you for that, Julia, for the recovery info. You answered it before I could even ask.
I'm like 1 step ahead of you today.
But it's worth mentioning, and I agree with you, Adrian. I think a bigger deal than tonight's individual mission is the fact that this booster has flown, or will be flying, for a 16th time, the second booster of the Falcon 9 fleet to hit that milestone, as SpaceX continually pushes the envelope on booster reuse. So that is really nifty. Yeah. Booster's starting to get a little frosty there. I think I see a little bit of venting as propellant is loaded into the vehicle, so that is excellent. Right off the bat, we have Clayton Newland becoming a PadRat member. Thank you so much, Clayton. Our membership program rules: you get all kinds of sweet perks at the different levels of support that you can choose to come in at. And one of those perks is members only emoji. I'm going to throw a bunch of Starhopper in chat because I can, because I'm a member. But for real, though, I hate to use the word crowdfunding. It's more like massively distributed funding, but all of the members, we could not do what we do without you guys. It's not like we're out here, you know, with massive corporate sponsorships or what have you. It's absolutely key. So thank you for becoming a PadRat member there. And thank you to all of our members. Check out the membership program if you haven't already. It's super awesome. We do behind-the-scenes videos. We do photos and preview videos and stuff like that. We do sometimes member-only streams. A lot of fun stuff as part of the membership program. So thank you. I see chat is just spamming Starhoppers now, which nothing wrong with that. Sorry, chat mods.
Yeah,
as
literally
usual,
flying, you could say.
As usual, we will be doing our standard NSF Q&A style stream tonight. So if you have any questions, just tag at NASASpaceflight in chat, and we will see the questions pop up in some nifty software Michael wrote. Wow, can I still say that? Kind of made me sad.
Yeah, you can. I think you can still say that.
I
You
just
still
made
wrote
myself-
it, right?
Yeah, I just made myself sad, though. Oh. I love how we had to get like an entire team of people to replace like one person. We miss you, Michael. Okay, anyways. Let's do some viewer questions. How about Adrian, right off the bat? MFFL Brian is asking, what's the difference between version 1 or version 1.5 or version 2? Do we know many specifics there?
Oh, we know some specifics between the version 1.5 and the version 2, for example. So even that we call them V2 Mini, they are actually the bigger satellites. V2 Minis are the downsized version of the initial planned V2 satellites, which were planned for launching on Starship. So while this is more flights where we see like the 40, 50, 60s kind of launches. V2 minis are most half of that, and they're bigger, they're more capable on their side. They use different thrusters. It's basically an updated version of the initial V1.5. And yeah, this is something they are keen to use in their constellation from now on. So they will probably replace all the V1.5s, the V1.5s over time. And of course, at some point, Starship will come online, and then they will probably start to use then the full V2s, or maybe even at that point, I don't know, the V4.
Yeah, I
whoever
was going to
knows.
say, if they even get there, V2s could end up being obsolete by the time Starship is ready to carry payloads. Maybe they'd be on to V3 or V4, who knows what.
Yeah, and Alex also pointing out the back channel regarding the V1 was 1.5 difference. That was also the adding the inter-satellite laser links that allows this communication between satellites, which is also a very key part of the constellation, where satellites can bounce the signal not only over ground stations, but can also bounce it from satellite to satellite, which basically saves you like if you imagine a triangle, you're basically going only the short way instead of like all the long way.
Right, it gives you less latency. It allows satellites to talk to other satellites in areas where there might not be a ground station nearby. It's the laser links are a big deal.
Yes.
I
Cool
was just
deal.
thinking, wouldn't they be a very big deal for something like a drone ship so that we get those wonderful views of landing, right?
Precisely.
Yeah, it's I really think it's cool that we got some amazing all the way down booster landings where we could really see the booster all the way. That's really has been a very cool thing. I hope
those are
I hope we get that more.
Yeah, that footage is insane always. You can see the timeline there on the left side. We are currently loading locks into stage 1. We got 25 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and it is ticking down. Max, how's the weather out there today?
Quite soupy, Bob. Kind
Aw.
of like last time. Yeah, it is very, very sticky, and the air is very dense tonight, which might be good for the sound because there's absolutely no wind out here. But in general, the skies are looking very, very clear. A few wispies here and there. We had a pretty big storm come through like right around sunset, which was kind of worrying, and
I
that's
saw
probably why
your-
it's.
I saw the tweet you posted. That was a gnarly looking cloud storm, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I was just leaving Port Canaveral when right before that front came in. It looked pretty nasty, and it was. And so that probably hasn't helped with the moisture in the air tonight.
Yeah.
No, like I literally just pulled up radar because I saw flashes of lightning very distant, and there's actually nothing on the radar. So I'm a
Yeah,
little
right now it's out
confused, but
out over the ocean or so far inland, it's not even a problem.
yeah.
Good old 100% humidity where the air literally cannot hold any more moisture.
You can almost drink
sitting
the
in a
air at this
cloud.
point.
Throwback to Starship launching. You're sitting in a cloud.
You're sitting in a cloud.
We got a whole bunch of people gifting memberships. Holy cow. Casper Jasper gifting 5 Red Team memberships. If you got a gifted membership, make sure you thank the person who gave it to you in chat. And if you're wondering how to get a gifted membership, I think it's based off of like chat engagement. So the people who are chatting the most are getting the memberships. I believe that's how that works. Someone can yell at me if I'm incorrect. But Casper Jasper, thank you so much for gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Clever Girl gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Thank you, Clever Girl. Apocalypse Cow gifting 10 Red Team memberships. Thank you so much, Apocalypse Cow. And Dia Brett 97 gifting 1 Red Team membership. Thank you all so much. We really, really, really appreciate that. Because now there are, I should have counted. There's a large number of people who just got memberships who might not otherwise have done it, and they can check out all the sweet perks. So thank you so much. Seriously, could not do with what we do without the members. Always trying to up our game and find cool new perks and just give you guys something back in exchange for all of the support. So thank you so much. Really means a lot, especially on like, I don't know, a middle of the night Starlink that let's just say isn't going to be a barn burner on YouTube. So thank you. Let's see. We've got some questions. How about we do some viewer questions? What do you say?
Yes.
Okay, here's one I'm just going to ask, and I'm going to hope that Alex puts the answer in the back channel. Akar is asking, how many V1s are in orbit? He's saying lol in the back. He already knows what I'm...
I know how... Okay, I will just cover some time here. But the thing is, it's hard to track at some point. Because you would need to basically track every single individual satellite and then see when they're going down, and it's quite complicated with multiple satellite versions on, and then I mean there are people tracking it, but it's getting fairly difficult because there's thousands of Starlinks.
Yeah, that is not an understatement. Let's see if we can get an answer here from Alex. I'm just gonna stall for...
If there's
okay.
one person that can answer this question... Oh my god, he really did it.
3,133
It was fast.
launched. 2,850 remain in orbit. I know he's got a spreadsheet for this, but still, that was kind of stupid fast. Thank you, Alex.
That was very, very fast. Impressive.
That was impressive.
And this is V1.5 satellites. This is not the total number of Starlinks, but 3,133 launched, 2,850 remaining in orbit. Alex, that's why we love you. Thank you, buddy. Let's see here. Harshi is asking, any update about Slick 6 at Vandenberg? No. It continues to be the best pad. SpaceX leased it recently, and we have heard nothing. But rest assured, as soon as we do hear something, I will be screaming about it from the mountaintops. Maybe the mountaintops around Slick 6, you never know. But good question.
You mean the one that don't allow us to really view it if there's not access and you cannot really see it? Or
Adrian.
Sorry.
I'm going to mute you.
Go ahead.
All right.
I have a bone to pick. 39A best launch site, but whatever, Jack.
False. You know what 39A doesn't have? Mountains.
You know what it does do? Launch people.
Oh, okay. Give Slick 6 like 5 years. We'll see what happens. Okay, before this turns into a full-out brawl, let's move on. Just us shouting at each other on stream. I will happily instigate that. You all know this. Brandon Meyer, thank you so much for the super chat there. They say, thanks for all the coverage. NSF
Big 20-minute event coming up.
Question.
There it is.
Oh, thank you. 20-minute event. Max, tell us about the 20-minute event. What are we seeing here?
If I'm not mistaken, this is them purging the Strongback to begin liquid oxygen loading into the second stage.
Excellent. Brandon Meyer, thanks for the super chat. They're asking for a plushie update. Adrian, go.
Actually, we might have a very concrete update very soon. The update is, and we communicated it to members first, and there will also be an email going out today or tomorrow. We expect the company that produces them to ship them tomorrow, actually. And with that, then basically the shipment and fulfillment process will start, which then means, of course, they still need to go to centers where they then distributed to the customers. So there's still a process to it. But they had some delays, and we couldn't really influence that. So we hope that the shipment process starts tomorrow, and everybody will have their plushie in their hands very, very soon. And we are very sorry. Again, it was not really in our hands, and we hope you still enjoy it once it is there.
Yeah, we want to get things right. We want to make sure it's going to be done properly and is the product we all want to love and enjoy. So thank you, everyone, for your patience. They're still coming.
Yeah, and just a final thing, the only reason for the delays was actually quality assurance. We want to make sure that the quality was right and the quality was as we wanted it. So the delays were to make sure that quality is there.
Right, and we're not just going to throw some crud on the store just for the sake of it. It was a big deal product that we wanted to do for the first orbital test flight. And anyways, there you go. Thank you, Brandon, for the support. Beep boop boop. Let's do some more questions as we have 18 minutes to go. Wow. Okay, Mark is asking, do you think SpaceX will ever try hot staging with the Falcon 9, or are they done experimenting with the Falcon 9? I'll go first. I don't think they'll ever do hot staging with Falcon 9, but I don't know that I would say that they're done experimenting with Falcon 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've heard many times that like no two Falcon 9s are exactly alike because they're always tweaking things or they have different mission kits or what have you. But yeah, I would say no to hot staging. No, not done experimenting, although I don't know that I would use the word experimenting. Maybe iterating. Adrian, go.
Yeah, I would go with the exact same reasoning. I don't think they will hot stage, but however, we just saw them debuting a new nozzle on Falcon 9, and we know, based on previous Elon interviews, that they're still changing things in the boosters and manufacturing to optimize them down the line. So, yeah, I think the mix here is they're still experimenting with Falcon 9 and trying to optimize it. However, hot staging is a pretty significant change. And they to be fair, what they did for some of these missions is they reduced the coast time between MECO and second stage ignition. So they got a bit closer to hot staging. They reduced the time that the second stage is just floating.
It's like warm staging.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty funny, but you know.
Yeah, it's like they kind of toast it, so it's like toasty staging. I'm not sure, but like they tried to optimize it. It's just there's probably a limit because also the whole thing was not built for this kind of force. And firing your engine at a booster where it's like attached still, that's a bit of force.
Right, just a little bit.
Yeah,
Actually, a recent find before you go on. Actually, a recent find with Falcon, in terms of I guess evolving, or I wouldn't say experimenting, but the reason why SpaceX and NASA found that you're now able to perform an RTLS mission on an ISS trajectory is on previous missions on Starlinks, for example. They were able to extract more performance out of Falcon and the Merlins to I guess expand their prop margins sufficiently enough to have enough prop to perform a boost back burn and also a re-entry back to the Cape.
Heck yeah. And I will throw in there the stubby nozzle. That's another iteration of Falcon 9 that we've seen recently.
Stubby nozzle.
Which looks absolutely hideous.
It's awful. It's awful. We all agree that it's awful. For once, we all agree on something.
It's functionally beautiful.
No.
Yeah, no. I have not seen any person so far that is like, yeah, I love the look of the new nozzle.
I mean, appreciate your effort, Max, but no.
Seriously, hot take, I think it kind of looks sick. Not going to lie.
Huh?
Don't stop. Moving on. Casper Jasper, thank you so much for the super chat. In addition to the gifting the memberships earlier, Casper is saying we have choices around the launch content providers. This channel is like hang out with my friends while they talk about launches. I mean, how cool is that? Thank you, Casper. We really appreciate the support, and we're glad you enjoy our unique brand of commentary. Dare I say, shuttle, horses, bacon. Oh man, are we gonna get fired because we didn't mention shuttle till just now?
Well, we said it, so I think Chris in the background was already getting nervous, like they have not mentioned shuttle yet. But I think now we are fine.
Oh God, he's in chat. He just posted a poll regarding the stubby nozzle. The two choices are love it, it's the best thing ever, and I hate it so much. Why is I love it winning? What is wrong with you, chat?
Because stubby nozzle good. That's it.
No, false.
Oh my God.
What is going on?
Apparently chat disagrees with you.
All right,
I don't know.
well,
I don't know what to tell you.
60% love it.
Permission to treat chat as hostile.
Not granted.
It's what?
I just start yelling at chat. Christopher Roller, thank you for the super chat there. They say, good morning, watching from Tampa. Any chance of seeing the Fireball tonight? Really enjoy the live streams. Go Falcon 9, go Starlink. I would say, you have a fair chance of being able to see it.
This poll has to be broken. Like, there's no way.
I see. I biased it. I biased it by saying, "What the heck? Why is Stubby winning?" And now, chat is taking its retribution on me. But really, come on, everybody, get in chat. Vote for the correct one, which is that you hate it.
No, you love it.
There, you can see a visibility map on the left-hand side, a trajectory map. It's not really a visibility map, but having grown up in Tampa, I saw many a launch from Tampa at night. It is entirely possible if the sky is clear. You don't really see it until a little ways into launch when it's pretty high in the sky, but you should get eyes on it. So good luck there, Christopher. And Apocalypse Cow, thank you so much. Did I say crud on the store? I don't, or did Adrian say that? Either way, they say new band name. That's a good band name. Anyways, let's do some more questions as we are about 12 minutes to go. But before we do some more questions, while I look for the next one, can I get a vibe check? Max, how are you feeling? I mean, maybe we're going to get some good sonic squeal off of the VAB there tonight, given the weather conditions.
Absolutely. There is just a slight breeze going out to the east right now, but otherwise conditions are perfect for everything to just sound incredible tonight. I can almost guarantee we are going to feel it almost more than we're going to see it. But vibe check, because chat is voting in favor of Stubby Nozzle good. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I don't know about you guys.
Stubby Nozzle bad. Stubby Nozzle bad.
2/3 like it. 2/3 of our chat like it.
What's wrong? Well, our chat is officially cursed.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah.
MVP awards to whoever voted for Stubby Nozzle good.
MVAC award. Okay, anyways. Let's see here. Oh, Julia, how are you feeling? What's the general consensus for Julia's emotions right now as we are very close to launch?
I am feeling well. I'm feeling very sticky, but I am feeling well.
Excellent. All right. Well, about 11 minutes to go. Stubby Nozzle is still winning the poll, which is just disturbing and wrong to me. In fact, it's increasing its lead. What is going on?
Yeah, I think this is a good example of that the majority can actually be very wrong. Like
yes. This is classic tyranny of the majority.
I beg to differ. I will no. Never,
Jackson Chat says
never.
The short nozzle is morally wrong. We all agree. No question there.
No.
And
people
are
starting
factually incorrect.
People are starting super chats to voice their opinion about the nozzle. This is what is happening.
Oh man, what's going on? Okay, well, as we get just about 10 minutes to go to launch, let's do a quick break to talk about another way, in addition to the whole membership program, you can support what we do. It's with metal prints or buying some merch off the store, whatever you choose. But the metal prints are really, really nice. Max, this lightning bolt you got, this shot is insane. And I know it's a little bit grainy and what have you, but the fact that it's an image at all is amazing. So heads up if you do purchase this one off the store. It is a very moody shot, we'll put it that way, but it's awesome nonetheless. Like, holy cow. Wow. Like, good job, Max.
The raw image on that was completely white, so I just dragged the exposure down just to see what happened, and there was that fat bolt just sitting on the left side. I may or may not have squealed a little bit, but it's fine.
No, that's if you're ever going to squeal, then's the time. We also have other metal prints as well of all different types of rockets. Falcon 9, Atlas, Starship, whatever you want, we've got it. The metal prints rule. They don't need a frame. They come with everything you need to hang them on the wall. They're super easy, and they look great because they're printed directly on metal. So definitely check those out. And the cool thing about the metal prints is the photographer that shot that print gets a cut of the sale. So you're not only helping out NSF, but you're also helping out the photographer who shot that particular image. We also have the Launch, Entry, and Landing Collection, which is a super cool design that Pauline made. I'm a big fan. You can get it in hoodie form or mug form or t-shirt form, whatever form you please. But yeah, there you go. That's the merch store. All kinds of stuff in there. We hope you like the merch that we have on offer. Constantly trying to up our game and come up with cool new ideas. In fact, well, no, I'm not even going to tease anything. But we have lots of cool ideas. So yeah, merch store. Help support us. Thank you, everybody, for the support. All right, 8 minutes to go. Oh, man. let's do this. Let's launch some Starlink satellites into space.
I'm not sure. Should we do it?
Yes.
I
Okay.
vote yes.
Jeremy
Just
is
providing
asking.
like opinions.
Jeremy is asking, when is the NSF team guess as to when SpaceX will have the first 20 flight booster?
Ooh.
They're asking for an NSF team guess, so I feel like we need to do like a tier list and rank the. But no, let's just go around the horn. Max, when do you think we'll see a 20th flight?
Assuming 1060 and 1058 don't pop, hopefully in the next 4 to 5 months. Depends on what their scheduling is. I mean, I'm not sure if the pacing is going to speed up or slow down with the V2 minis.
Right.
Hopefully in 3 to 4 months, though. That's my hope.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometime in the next year. We shall see. Adrian, what do you think?
Yeah. I have a very different opinion here because right now
boy.
it seems like they're going up to like 80 to 100 days between turnarounds in these high-level boosters. Like data increasing heavily in turnarounds once they really like fleet leaders. So since they need like 4 more steps, I went like 4 times 90. That's about a year. So I would say about a year from now.
Julia?
Ew.
That was the best series of noises I've heard in a while.
I know, right? I'm kind of siding on the not this year. I know our launch cadence is pretty high, but
Oh, come on.
oh, come on. You know, they still have to look a little bit extra at these boosters, even though they're just flying Starlinks. And but I'm not going to say a full year. I'm going to say about 6 months.
Nice.
Wait, that's almost the end
I'll
of this
take it.
year. Ah, whatever. I'll say 6 months, though.
Early 2024. How about that? We'll pull an Apple and say early 2020. Let's see here. Now people are fighting in the back channel.
Yep.
about
Should we start a poll about when?
I mean,
See
if
how that
it'll
one
kill
goes?
if it'll kill the stubby nozzle pole, so I don't have to keep looking at it, then yeah.
Either way, you're going to lose. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't want to talk about it.
I kind of want to point out that this is like the weirdest launch ever because usually in the back channel it's fairly quiet for these Starlinks, and for some reason everybody is around for this.
Party stream.
It's fantastic. Yes. Those
go.
midnight Starlinks just hit different. Am I right?
Yeah.
They do be hitting different.
They do be hitting different.
Let's see here. Thank you so much to everybody supporting what we do. We've got Tyler Helgerson with a super chat saying, "What's the cost savings of reducing the amount of niobium on the stubby engine belt? Do we have any figures there?" I don't think SpaceX hasn't come out and said, "Oh, we're saving $5 million per engine belt," but clearly it's significant for them to go through the effort.
Yeah, it's probably significant, but SpaceX really doesn't like to talk about cost that much. And if
Right.
they talk it, it's usually Elon, and he gives like 2 different figures by breakfast. So it's kind of hard to get a good picture of where we are in cost.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say significant saving. Max, do we need to let you run off and operate the camera? Thank you. Please do.
I believe the time has come. I will see you boys and girls on the other side.
All right, we will see you on the other side. Good luck tracking, Godspeed, and enjoy the sonic squeal of the VAB. Hopefully we get a nice squeal on the audio tonight. 4 minutes to go. Starlink 515 from Slick 40 on Booster 1060's 16th flight. Let's see here. Diabret is saying, "Love the performance, hate the looks, voted hated it." RE the stubby nozzle, thank you for the support there. Steven, thank you for getting something from the store. They got, let's see what they got. They say, "Thank you for all you do. Always watch your content. Looking forward to getting the patch." Heck yeah, they got the patch. That's such a good patch.
Nice.
Pauline design. Also comes in shirt,
Yes.
mug, and various other forms. I think hoodie form as well.
Yes.
You can see there, Falcon 9 is nice and venti. There is going to be a 2-minute vent, similar to the 20-minute vent, which is another purge of the TE as fueling wraps up. That will be in about 1.5 minutes here, so keep your eyes open for that. Totally nominal. Let's see here. Maggie, thank you for the support. They say, I now live in Utah, but grew up in the Orlando area and loved seeing the shuttle. I watch every launch. Thanks for doing this and allowing us to see the amazing thing of going to space. Absolutely, Maggie. Thank you for the generous amount of support there. Yeah, I grew up in Tampa. I lived in Orlando for a while, and I know exactly what you mean. It was so nice to be able to see these things from your backyard, even at a distance. And Matthew, thank you for the support. They say Stubby makes a better Fez hat for the giant puppets of Royal Deluxe. I don't get it, but there you go. Thank you, Matthew. 2 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Adrian, is there any question you want to jump on in less than a minute or so here?
I can quick run some.
Do it.
Is there going to be a V3? Probably, if they don't skip the number and move to V4, that would be very SpaceX.
Right.
There's
not going to be a V3, but there'll be a V3.2.1. Okay, I'm sorry. Bad joke. Moving on.
V3 full thrust. If I planned a 10-day trip to the Cape, how likely would it be that you see a launch? Very likely. There's been over 30 so far this year.
And if you're not going to see a launch, you'll see a recovery.
Yes, that's also like, there's no way you don't see a Falcon. Since this is the last 1.5 satellite launch, what will become Falcon 9 once Starship comes online? Would it become obsolete except outside of other small satellite launches? It will fly for quite some time since Dragon and other high-profile missions are already booked on Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy, so they will still use that. And yeah, it will fly for probably 10 more years or so. That's the expectation right now. But at some point, yes, even Falcon 9 will retire.
Nice. Stage 2 LOX load is complete. There we
go.
Oh yeah, a minute and 20 seconds to go. You can see that big vent from the TE as the lines are purged. And we are getting into it. Really quickly, Blushy Boy, thank you for gifting a Red Team membership. Thank you once again to everybody for grabbing stuff from the store. Thank you to all of our members who are absolutely instrumental in helping us do what we do. And thank you, it doesn't have to be a monetary contribution. Thanks for just watching the stream, telling your friends about us, hitting the like button, doing all the YouTube things. Subscribing, hitting the bell, do all this stuff. So Falcon 9
is in startup.
Thank you. You beat me to it. Falcon 9 is now in startup. The Falcon 9 is under control of the count at this point. If it sees anything it doesn't like, it will abort. And that is the situation. We are T-minus and 30. Oh, hold.
And that's a scrub. Instant scrub. So just to, if I may, Falcon 9, in the way it works is basically as soon as you start fueling, you're locked into a specific launch second. Since this is a one specific launch opportunity, and we have a hold means a scrub. This is, they have to completely detank and refuel the rocket.
Dang it.
Boo.
Boo.
But for real, we want them to only launch when things are right. It's not like we want them to yeet it and blow something up or what have you. Even Starlinks. Sorry, Moldy Space. But yeah, it's important that you do not fly unless you are ready. As much as we all wanted to see a launch tonight, it is what it is.
40 seconds, I think, is about the area where the launch director would verify go for launch. So I'm not sure if I don't know, like weather or something returned bad, because usually with these auto abort, the auto abort usually comes at like 59 seconds, because as soon as like the rocket takes over, it's like, nope, that's not healthy, bye. And but this was more and the area where the launch director would verify go for launch. So this could also be like, I don't know, weather or range. Like this is an interesting spot for sure. But we yeah, this doesn't feel like an auto abort to me. Like auto abort is usually instantly when the launch takes over, like the computer takes over, or like engine ignition or something.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So the next attempt, what is that going to be? Tomorrow night?
I believe so.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was the backup window provided. So, hey, if you like waking up as a European early morning, well, actually I can't because I'm on a metal festival over the weekend. But yeah.
Yeah, so we will do this again tomorrow night. Of course, pending SpaceX figuring out what the scrub was all about and getting all their ducks in a row. But next possible attempt would be tomorrow. Wait. Adrian, what is a German medieval fair like?
It's basically like a medieval festival. You have like a
Do you have
medieval
like
ambience.
a big turkey leg and everyone's dressed
Yeah.
up and
Sitting at a campfire.
there's
Yeah.
a guy in stock, like the stocks, and you can throw tomatoes at him for $5 a shot?
I don't know if that's the case, but I would do that.
It's like the medieval dunk tank. All right.
want that
Well,
Unfortunately, we have activated the public. I'm so sorry. Tonight's launch has scrubbed as everybody is still staring at the launch pad, hoping for it to go.
right. Whenever I'm out for a launch, I never know if I should be that person who's like, it's scrubbed, just like shouting.
Shout out to the NSF fans
people-
that were next to me. So they
Nice.
started passing it down the line.
Nice.
I've been over
we had
at Plyland Beach one time, and I had to do that for, I think it was a Pad A Starlink launch maybe a couple of years ago. And I found out it was scrubbed, and everyone was asking why I was packing. And I'm like, do I say it? Do I not say it? Do I say it?
Oh, you say it. You for sure say it.
Yeah, and I said it. Everyone was like, oh. Yeah,
It was so
yeah.
funny
The-
doing. Oh, go
The
ahead.
synchronized sigh was comical. It was hilarious.
That reminds me of Artemis all too much.
Yes, it does.
It was so
Oh,
funny
still.
with
Oh, boy.
Starship. Starship
Yep.
was like because there were like different delays and you could hear it from different rooftops, like 15 seconds, and the other rooftop was like screaming 5 seconds,
Yep.
and the next one was screaming like 10. It was like a very different expectation when it would start.
I think
Everybody was playing like telephone across rooftops.
right. I think
Yep.
it's safe to say that people, when they're out in signal-constrained areas waiting for a launch, appreciate the updates. But yeah. All right. Well, I think that is going to do it for us for tonight. We could just hang out and chat for a while, but it's almost midnight here, and I have an early day in Starbase tomorrow, so I'm going to hit the bail button. Really quickly, FCF T-Hawk, thank you for the support. They say this is chat's fault for voting Stubby, but scrubs are not RUDs. That's very true.
I agree.
Yeah, I think I blame chat. Chat is wrong and should feel bad. They scrubbed the launch by liking the Stubby nozzle. Love you, chat.
Yeah, I feel like everybody at SpaceX Mission Control went like, "Oh, you like Stubby? Well, this is not Stubby, so we better not launch it." And they just aborted.
It was probably the launch director seeing our poll. Oh, you guys like Stubby? I'm not verifying go for launch. So how about that?
They're going to swap out the Merlin with a Stubby one just because. They're like,
Just
oh, they like
because, yeah.
NSF likes it. We're going to swap that out.
Yeah. Due to NSF chat, we have to perform emergency maintenance on Falcon 9.
Imagine
Alright.
imagine for a second that's true. Just bask in that real quick.
Yeah, if it's not clear, we are joking around because the launch has scrubbed. Again, next attempt will be tomorrow, as far as we know, right this moment. Really quickly, Fatal Circuit. I don't like that name at all, but I do like that you support us. Thank you, Fatal Circuit, for the support there. Alkaline Cats. Thank you for the support. And Christopher Helle, thank you so much for the $10 for the Scrub Foundation. Really appreciate all y'all showing up for a middle of the night Starlink. You guys are the true space fans. With that, I would like to say thank you to Kevin for being in the background, pushing the buttons, pulling the levers, and doing all he does for NSF. You are absolutely delightful to work with, Kevin. Thank you for all of the work. And we also had on the stream Adrian. Adrian, thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you as well for having me. This was surprisingly funny for early morning Starlink. Like, this was very good.
It's like Max said, the early morning Starlinks hit different.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Max, thank you for jumping on the stream tonight. Everybody's info is popping up there on the top right corner. You should follow everybody on Twitter or wherever they are. Max, your Twitter feed's on fire, so definitely give Max a follow. Thank you, Max, for being on tonight and rolling out and setting up a camera.
You know what's not on fire?
Oh,
Stop.
Well,
I'm muting
what's
you.
not on fire?
I'm
What happened?
muting you.
Say it. Say it.
Falcon 9.
No, I muted him. I'm drunk with power. Also on the stream tonight was Julia Bergeron. Julia, thanks for rolling out.
Oh, happy to be here. And my guess is that Max will be the one picking out most of the nasties from all the weeds.
Oh
And
boy.
me, I'm weed free. I'm bug bite free even. So, Max,
Wow.
thank you for being on site.
You're not welcome, Julia. Just not for you.
I'll bake you brownies, okay?
This has been quite a stream. I should note that we do have scrub merch. I don't think we're gonna necessarily show it on camera right now because I just threw Kevin for a loop there. But scrub merch exists, so if you were thinking about getting some merch, there's scrub merch if you want to celebrate a scrub. Anyways, I'm Jack Beyer. Thank you everybody for joining us for Middle of the Night Starlink. We'll be back again for the next attempt tomorrow night. Until then, we'll see you next time. Later, nerds. Oh, there's the merch. Buy the merch. Thank you.
And here we go. We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be normal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Traveling up. Roger, Atlantis.
Water towers fly! Yes! Tango down to nominal.
Fighting downside FD off. FD off. Off. It's orange!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Decollage. Look at this! Put that in the big bag,
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You dead? Sure. We don't need any more of these.